Hello from Delaware. My name is Julie Lopez and I am the 2016 Chair of the Video and Digital Media Interest Section. This year I'd like to provide easy ways to share about video use within the TESOL community. So I'll be using the Video and Digital Media Interest Section, VDMIS, Facebook group, as well as TESOL's YouTube channel. Feel free to post questions, comments, and suggestions on either of these platforms. In this first video, I've asked a few veteran video makers to share the equipment that they use. I'll start off the conversation by sharing with you the setup I use to shoot videos to share with my students, and for videos that I use to model what kinds of videos my students can make. Because one of my main goals is to make videos very quickly and easily, I most often just use my iPhone. This is an iPhone 6 Plus. I like it because it has a little bit bigger screen. And if you have a well-lit subject, the picture quality is great. It's really important to stabilize the camera, so I keep a tripod in the trunk of my car. And you'll notice that at the top of this generic tripod, which was only about 20 bucks, is a smartphone adapter. So those can range anywhere from 5 to 30 bucks. Both of these smartphone tripod adapters are adjustable and they screw in on the bottom to the top of your tripod mount. I recommend getting a tripod that you can extend up to at least 50 to 60 inches so it'll be eye level with you when you talk. To get really clear audio, I make sure to use a lav mic, and this one is corded. I ran it through my shirt. It has an on-off switch and it is made by Audio-Technica. I bought it quite a few years ago for 20 bucks. If you get one now, make sure that it is compatible with iPhones. I had to buy an adapter for this lav mic to work with the iPhone. Otherwise, it will just work with video cameras that you purchase. This smartphone lav mic adapter that I bought looks like this, and it cost me $12. So that's my setup. I use a smartphone with a simple tripod and a smartphone tripod adapter and a lav mic, and I'm good to go. And it's very easy to bring with me wherever I want. Keep watching if you'd like to hear what other setups teachers use.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Lebedev. Here on YouTube, I post instructional videos under the name Jennifer ESL. Also, as part of English with Jennifer, I create materials for my website, for other platforms, for digital products, and for private training programs. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my setup.
I have a Canon Vixia HF-R400 HD camcorder. You can get something similar for about $300. I use a Dynex tripod. It's foldable, lightweight. It's $20. And I make use of an Interfit Easy Light 2-light kit. It came with 2 tungsten halogen floodlights, 2 white translucent umbrellas, and 2 light stands that are adjustable. And on occasion I make use of a floor lamp. That's $15.
Here's a peek at one of my floodlights.
For on-camera work, I use an Audio-Technica lavalier microphone. It's about $30 or $40.
To recap, I have a Canon Vixia camcorder. That's about $300 some. And then under that, I use a Dynex foldable tripod. That's about $20. And I use basic studio lighting. It's an Interfit Easy Light kit that comes with 2 light stands, 2 tungsten halogen floodlights, and 2 white translucent umbrellas. And that's roughly about $125. I've also made use of a floor light. It's a halogen work light. You can pick that up at a hardware store for maybe $15. For sound, I use a lapel mic. It's an Audio-Technica lavalier mic. It's wired, and it runs about $30 or $40. And that's my basic setup.
Hi, my name is Susie Lee and I'm an instructional designer and lecturer at the Georgia Tech Language Institute. I mainly create videos for online courses, and these days, most of my videos have been for MOOC lectures. For the filming that I do, I use a range of different types of equipment depending on the various filming conditions. But because I'm pretty petite, I most often use small portable devices, such as my iPhone, iPad, a digital recorder, a spider tripod, and even a selfie stick. Sometimes I even use my MacBook's internal camera when I need multiple angles from one spot. In my videos, lecturers are frequently required to be next to text or graphics, so for those scenes, I film with a portable green screen kit set up with 2 to 3 fluorescent lights. For longer shoots, I use this Panasonic video camera. It's the AGAC90A model. It's relatively affordable and lightweight, and it comes with a range of different settings for optimal footage, as well as a pretty large preview screen. Last but not least, for audio, I use omnidirectional lav mics by Movo, but with 2 different adapters depending on what device I'm using it with. So that's it for my filming setup. If I were able to add on to this at all, I would probably want to invest in more lighting equipment. But for now, what we're using has been pretty sufficient. I hope this gives you some good ideas on how to go about your next video project.
Hi, my name is Scott Duarte, and I work at the English Language Institute, part of the University of Delaware. I teach an English through filmmaking course. And in that course, students not only watch and discuss movies, they also brainstorm, write, direct, film, edit, and publish their own movies, usually to YouTube. So what kind of equipment do the students use in producing their films? Well, first of all, it's always good to have a standard tripod. This one's around $70. And the good thing about this is that it's made for video filming. It's not made for photography. So it comes with a fluid head mount, which just means that it's very smooth when you're panning and tilting. Now, this tripod is worthless if you lose the plate, and they don't make single plates for this. So it's kind of a disposable tripod, but it's still around $70, so it hurts if you have to throw the whole thing away. Now, talking about camera equipment, we use just Canon HD camcorders. They are on the lower end of the consumer/prosumer class. But the nice thing about this is that they produce MP4 files. So the students or you don't have to put it into some kind of editor and modify it or change the formatting of it. It's just ready to go. And what it uses is an SD card in here. It's very simple to use, and they run around $200 to $250. These do not have a hot shoe or a cold shoe to mount an external mic, and I'll tell you how we get around that. Now, for audio, we have 2 choices. Right now, I'm using a lav mic, and it's a wireless lav mic. So we have both Sennheiser and Sony models. These are the most expensive pieces of equipment. They range in around $600. When we were deciding on what equipment to use, we wanted the best audio as possible so that we could understand the students, because it's still a speaking-listening class. So one end attaches into the camera, and it's important to get a camera that has an audio jack, or these are useless, and the other will go onto the student. Now, the nice thing about the Sennheiser is that you can either have it as a lav mic, or you can buy this addition for any handheld microphone, and it'll work on the same frequency, and so you can have it as a reporter uses it. The other option that we use when we're shooting on location and it's hard to use the lav mic, or you're shooting multiple people, is we use this Rode video microphone, shotgun microphone, that it can attach through a cold shoe mount, or someone can just hold it, and it cuts out all of the extra noise on the side. Now when we are shooting outside, instead of just holding the microphone like this if you're following someone, we have this little gadget that you attach the microphone to. It does come with a cold shoe attachment. And I will even attach this bottom part. And you just attach right there. And it allows you to, it takes away some of the shaking when you're hand holding the camera. And so wherever you point the camera, that's where the microphone is pointed at. And so you still have relatively good sound. Now, if it's a windy day, this might not be your best choice. So that's the equipment for filming. But another important aspect is lighting. And so if we're outside, I often like the students, wait for it, to use a reflector. Okay, and so this will reflect the light on the subject. Is it reflecting on me? And you can have a warm sun or a cooler tone, depending on the skin tone of the person. And so these probably range maybe around $50. I'm not sure. The Rode microphone is about, I'll do that later. The Rode microphone is about $250. And that does it. But when we're inside the classroom filming, then we have extra lights. So if you can tilt up, and you can see that we're using LED lights to light the students, to light the backgrounds also. Now, each one of these lights, unfortunately, runs about $1,000. And so not only do you have the light, but you need a little board to be able to control the lights. Now, lighting the background is important when you're using green screen. And so for green screen, we have this portable green screen, and this is the same color as material if you take it out. And you can just set it on 2 tripods or 2 camera stands, or clip it onto the ceiling or what have you. And you can use chroma key or green screen technique. This was around $92, and it is roughly 10 feet by 16 feet, I do believe. We also have, when we're using green screen and we don't want the person to be seen, they're manipulating something, a green screen suit. This was bought at a costume supply store. I think we bought it right after Halloween, so it was on sale. And, hold on, thank you. And it allows for students to manipulate objects, and when you are doing the green screen function in your video editor, that student won't be able to be seen. So you can either have the green screen portable background, or do what I did. And just paint the entire wall. We have the wall and the side wall painted. And so we can put the portable green screen on the floor. And so the whole classroom transforms into a green screen studio. So that we can get full shots of the students and transport them into whatever background that they need to be in for that particular scene. So fortunately for this setup, the department gave us a grant to be able to purchase all of this equipment. It is on rather high end. The cameras are medium and the tripod is kind of low end, and you can go definitely cheaper. But we run the film class year round, so the cameras are always in use. The equipment is always in use. If you're afraid of purchasing expensive equipment for student use, the only problem that I've ever had, and this is in 10 years of working with film and equipment and students using it, the only problem a student has ever done or broken is this little strap right here to hold the camera. And so in 10 years, if that's the only problem, that's not so bad. So most of these cameras are now 3 years old. The equipment is 3 years old. We've gotten a lot of use out of it. And just tell the students to treat it like it's their own and you'll be in good condition. So thank you for taking a look at the English Language Institute's film studio/classroom. And we hope that it will inspire you to do something in your own class. Thank you very much.